All right, guys, you guys ready? You guys ready for a $350,000 piece of cardboard, magic history? Phil, take this out of the case, please. This thing is made out of titanium glassite.
We gotta be careful.
Glassite, yeah, the trigger alarm. if this, yeah, we don't want the Secret Service coming here. This, guys, is going to be a video all about this beautiful card, BGS 9 Alpha Black Lotus, 0.5 from 9.5. Phil is a world-renowned expert of mini collectibles. He is from Honolulu, Hawaii. You're not going to want to miss out. Is this worth $350,000? Put in the comments below and be the judge. Enjoy the video. All right, guys, welcome back. It's me, Daniel, with VintageMagic.com. I'm with my special guest, Phil. Hey, Phil.
Aloha.
Aloha. We are in Honolulu, Hawaii. About to go to dinner here soon. But we want to do a special video for you guys. In this Baccarat crystal case, actually, it's from Amazon, right?
Yeah, this is for basketballs.
and we have an Alpha 9, a BGS 9 Alpha Black Lotus, which we'll pan in the middle of the video. But I want to know, Phil, in this video, people want to know, it's on eBay right now for $400,000?
Some ridiculous amount. $350,000.
Okay, in pesos. And so, US dollars.
Yes.
And the idea here is that people want to know, what's this all about? What's the story?
What's the big deal?
What's the big deal? Spill your guts.
Yeah.
It's all you.
Yeah. Well, so I don't have to introduce this card. This is an Alpha Black Lotus, and it's 0.5 away from a BGS 9.5. And to me, when I first saw this card on eBay, I purchased this about 3 years ago. I purchased this, and I mentioned this in another video. I actually got back into collecting MTG when Kaladesh came out. And it's because of videos from Rudy and from Daniel Chang that I realized that I had to get this card. And so this card was up for sale for $25,000. A seller wanted to sell it to me for $25K. And so I believe I offered him, I think it was $18K or $20K. I offered him $20K and he took it. Instant sale. And so I paid him the $20,000. And that came from, the revenue from selling a property that I had owned, and I had substantial equity in it, and I wanted something to show for it. You sell a property, you're making $250K. I just took $20K of that money, and I said to myself, I'm going to purchase something that I've always wanted, and that was the Alpha Black Lotus. Now, I was in a rush to get it, because when I was watching the videos being put out by Daniel Chang, I realized that the confidence, there was strong confidence in the future projection of value for this particular card and for Alpha cards in general. And so I focused on getting Alpha cards, and this is the flagship card. This is the most recognized card. I mean, a person doesn't even need to know how to play Magic the Gathering. They know what a Black Lotus is. And so really, you're just buying the prestige, okay? For me, I have no personal attachment to this card. I didn't play with a Black Lotus back in 1994. I didn't know anyone who had a Black Lotus back in 1994. But guess what? People were talking about the card. People were saying, well, I know some guy in Honolulu or whatever who might own one. And back then it was like a $400 card. You would get the Inquest magazine, you would look up these prices, and it was staring there right at you. It's like a $400 card. And so, growing up, I didn't have a lot, right? We didn't have cell phones, computers, I didn't have laptops. There's nothing to do. There's barely internet was available. But so you collected cards, and you realized that this was the top dog. Fast forward, 20, 23 years later, whatever that is, and it's like, okay, you studied hard, you got a good job, you got your finances in order, you buy the house, whatever, you have the wife, right, the kids, and then it's like, okay, how come I still don't own the card? You know what I mean?
Yeah, why not?
It's like, I don't know. Why not? You check the price, and it's like, okay, this is a $20,000 car now. And then you do the research. right? And this is for someone who's been out of the game for 20 plus years. And and everyone's excited about it. Rudy's excited. You feel his energy, his passion about collecting. You see people like Daniel Chang making smart decisions early on and projecting the future value of the cards like this, and you want in on it. And so that's what I did. I purchased the card, and I've been surprised about the explosion in value. And there was a lot of people that said, no, it's not worth that much. It's not worth $50,000. It's not worth $75,000. It's not even worth $100,000. And then you see these sales, 144K, 160, what is it, 166, 161K?
Yeah.
I mean, how many sales have you done with this thing? You know, and it's just extreme prices, enormous prices. So where does this go? So what is the end goal here?
So what year did you buy the card?
I bought this card 3 years ago.
Exactly what month?
I don't
Around,
know
okay.
exactly. I
So-
can look it up.
Okay, guys, so 3 years ago, you bought the card for $20K.
20K.
Jesus.
He wanted 25. He came down to 20, and I accepted.
Wow.
Now this is 0.5.
0.5 from that's even incredible. So that the last one that was 0.5 away, it was a quad plus. Granted, this one has 8.5 corners, and the rest are 9.5 subs. It sold for $141,000 on PWCC. Auction on eBay. So the thing is, I believe that sale did go through. People would argue that that's a quad plus, but still grade wise, it's similar.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can argue, you can debate what is the value today, right?
Yeah.
But I want to know an important thing. You said some good stuff here. Number one, what is so if this is an investment vehicle? You said something very interesting to me earlier. If someone offered you enough money, this would sell for you, right?
So everyone has a price,
Right.
correct? And I have a price. So if someone were to pull the trigger right now on eBay and pay me the $350,000,
Of course you would sell it.
I would take the money, of course,
yeah.
because I have it up there for $350,000. Now, as time goes by, we find that the transactions keep getting higher and higher. You know, it's nice to have them. That's a lot of money. Let's be honest. That's a lot of money.
Because you had it at $125,000 at one point. Remember that? Something like that? Remember?
Yeah, I had it at $100,000.
When it was around worth about $50K.
And it blew through that.
Right. But the thing is, you wouldn't sell that at this current time. You wouldn't.
I wouldn't sell for $100,000. No.
Wow.
No, because it's a great experiment. Sometimes you get one shot, right, at an experiment, at a chance, right?
You want a premium.
If this went to zero, then at least I tried. You know, I gave it a shot. I rolled the dice on it. It's not going to go to zero, but let's say it did. Then at least I tried. But let's look at the future potential. What if it goes to 300 or 350K? 500K? I don't know. But at the end of my life, I would like to find out. You know what I mean? Now, a lot of people had this card. A lot of people sold the card. I had a beautiful collection back in 1994. I sold it, $800. And I spent thousands of dollars trying to recollect that collection. To sell now would be disappointing, but you have to find the right time for you. What makes sense for you?
So what if you sell it for $500,000 one day? You were saying you're going to pay off your house, whatever.
Yeah.
But let's say it goes to $1 million later on. Would you be bummed?
No.
Huh.
I can't say that I would be 100% not bummed out.
Sure.
Because that's $1 million. And I would kind of kick myself in the ass. I think a lot of people kicked themselves in the ass when they sold this card.
I was selling for $3,000.
Right. $3,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was selling PSA 9s and BGS 9s at $3,000.
So here we sit in the year 2019.
I was buying them for $2,000.
$2,000. And now when you see this thing selling for $166,000, I mean, what the, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So now we sit here in the year 2019. Where does the card go? 2020, 2030, 2050. Where does this card go?
What is your projection?
I say it goes higher. How does it not go higher? Millions of people are playing this game. It's getting more exposure than ever before.
Will it reach $1 million for this kind of card?
Maybe not in my lifetime. But how can you say it doesn't?
Yeah.
What about that number one, Superman?
3.2 million.
Number one, Superman.
Yeah.
What year was that?
I don't know, like 19.
It's 100 years old, maybe?
20, yeah. 30s.
I can't. How can you say it doesn't go to $1 million? Look at the value of our currency. I mean, just by the sheer devaluation, you know.
Money is everywhere.
Yeah, it might cost $10,000 to just go shopping for food. I don't know, but but it will go to $1 million. It will. How many cards are out there in this condition?
All right, you have 40 seconds. What are you going to tell people who want to buy something like this?
If you want to buy something like this, make sure that everything is in order. Okay? Make sure you got your stuff together, right? This is real speculative stuff, right? This is a piece of cardboard. Okay? Let's face it, right? This is not a piece of gold or something. So you got to have your career in order. You got to be making sure that you have a roof over your head, and you got your finances in order. Okay? And then when you have this luxury, you have spending for luxury goods and stuff like that, then purchase something like this. Don't throw it all in, this is rolling the dice here. Okay? And you got to have a passion.
All right.
For this stuff.
Passion, everybody. Thank you, Phil.
Thank you.
Take care, everyone.
Hey everyone, it's Daniel Chang with VintageMagic.com. In this video, I want to run through our consultation service on VintageMagic.com. So what's really exciting to me about the consultation process is meeting you. I've met so many incredible people in the Magic the Gathering industry all over the world, and this consultation process is the key part to a successful working relationship. Getting hold of me is very simple. You could call or email me. We'll talk more about your needs. From all that information I gather in our call, typically about an hour long, I'm going to determine the best solution for you. So because we have such a suite of services that we offer, I'm gonna sit down with a follow-up call, and then we're gonna go off and determine what the best path is. I have experience in handling conversations in regards to large collections of artwork, sets of cards, either if it's graded or ungraded, raw cards. I also have dealt with collections with lots of misprints and oddities. Altered cards, sketch cards, and artist proofs are also one of my specialties. My experience in Magic Gathering has gone to any level of collecting you may have. I look forward to working with you.
Vintage Magic. Game, collect, invest. For more information about our consulting and professional services, visit VintageMagic.com.